Greetings everyone, welcome to a new episode of Middle-earth: Shadow of War, possibly the last episode of Talion's story, and I say that because I did a little bit of light research to see how many stages we have to do in these Shadow Wars. So it seems like there's only 3, but apparently there used to be 10, and it seems like it used to be very grindy and full of loot boxes and very controversial. I'm glad they reduced it to 3 because I totally understand why it felt that way. I mean, the nature of the Nemesis system basically allows you to make and play as many quests as you like, so you're actually the one setting the pacing for the game if you think about it. But even so, I feel like I've already stretched the game by trying to get these legendary armor sets, and I am kind of feeling the fatigue of the repetitiveness of the gameplay. And I'm also feeling a bit of frustration because I still to this day haven't finished collecting the legendary sets. And the only reason I wanted those sets to begin with was so I can have all the options available to me for the big fights. But then the third act was just one intense sequence, which felt way too long to be just one quest, and way too short to be an entire third act, in my opinion. It just kinda came and went. And now we're back to this, and the game still wants me to be excited about it. Like, hey, you have new armor sets and new skills, and you have to defend your forts, and you have to get higher level captains and set them as war chiefs. And it's like, what do you think I've been doing the entire game? So yeah, I really don't envy the people who had to go through 10 stages of this. Don't get me wrong, I still love the game, and I'm really excited for the DLCs, but that's because we get to play as 2 characters that we've already seen, and we kinda have an idea of how we're gonna play as them, and it's gonna be interesting to see where those characters end up. With Talion, we already know that. We know he ends up as one of the 9, and honestly, the only motivation I have to finish these sieges is to finally get to see how it happens. Anyway, we have 2 sieges left, one in Sirgost and one in Gorgoroth, so we might end up having a shorter episode today, but we can start with an online conquest to warm up, and it will also give me an opportunity to try out this new armor again. I'm also wearing this helmet because it gives me an elemental Graug instead of a regular one when I summon it, so I think that's pretty cool. And since I'm planning to use this armor, I need to be more careful and play more like a Wraith. I have to try to do what Isildur did and stay away from conflict, fight just long enough to get my might and my wrath up so I can summon dead orcs and dead Gondorians. So let's begin and see if I can do that. We're here in Sirgost because one of our sieges is gonna be here. Alright, that's the online conquest. And these guys are fighting over here. We got an Olog.
It's a traitor!
Alright. Well, my war chiefs here are not very high level. So let's try to get rid of these siege things first. Okay. Can we break the wall? I feel like my boys are already in. And that guy's dead. He was 27. Good riddance. Point B. There's spiders here. Shit. Let's get rid of your Khargukor. No? I can't get him off. Like this. No, not my boy. Let's raise some dead. Hey.
I am your master.
Join us.
I am chosen master.
Okay, you can stay and fight.
My life for you.
Where to, guys? Point C. Okay, my wrath is almost full. I should keep it though for the Overlord, maybe. Oh shit.
We're going to crush every bone in your body.
Alright. That's a crazy laugh, man.
You now serve me.
Okay, stay and fight. Freaking Joker over here. Point captured. Let's get out of here. More siege beasts. Let me take care of them real quick. Come on, Talion.
You're gonna die, Ian.
Okay. Ah, missed that. Guy's doomed. No? What? Again? Everybody gets doomed here. I guess it's done. I only have 2 shots with these. The point is captured. A Graug. We got a Graug. Forget it. It's done. Where to? Point D. Hey.
On your knees! You fight for me.
I am your servant. I have your back. It's time!
Hello, boys. 2 olives, huh? Shit. They killed it. I know you need help, but... Are you alright? Where are you? I guess he healed. Alright, let's get in here. The Nazgul has come for you. He has a captain.
We've lured you in to seal your doom. You'll die in this throne room.
Perhaps, but not today.
Talion, you didn't rhyme like he did. Alright, we gotta see his weaknesses. He has a Khargukor. Terrified of curse, beast fodder, great. I can summon my poisonous Graug or whatever. It's gonna be elemental. Hey, where you going? Rough Rider, ride every type of beast and rare beast. Okay. What is this Graug? Let me see what you can do. Frost Graug, nice. Eat that popsicle. Alright. Is he the war chief? The overlord? Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna jump off and summon the dead. And you will join.
You will join me!
Yes, we should work together!
Alright. That guy ran. All right. We got some items. I'm gonna have to check the army and maybe add some higher level uruks for our main quest. We also have vendettas, but yeah, I'm not gonna do any more vendettas, to be honest. I mean, the gameplay is fun to play by yourself. Maybe I will, to complete my items just for myself, for my completionist thing. So we got Amug 40, 46, 41, 47. This guy's legendary. I think I gave him a legendary training order. So what do we got? 45, 51. You could be there. Let's put you somewhere. Maybe take his place. What do you got? Gang of hunters, fire bombs. Maybe I can give you something. Like a training order. More items. And okay. You're level 40. I guess we can deploy you here. Level 44. You are just 26. You are the overlord. But this guy's 46. Maybe we can add you to the war chiefs. You are kinda low level and I'm gonna destroy you. I'd rather make some money off your gear. Rohirrim armor. Okay. What do I have? I feel like I spent all of these. No. Archer gang, warrior gang. So 54. You can take this guy's place. He's just 40. Do you have any gangs? Gang of defenders, okay. You're good. 41. Where's the legendary guy? 46. $46, 46, 50. Can I change you? I can, but should I? With a higher level one. 41, 46, 54. We put this guy. He's legendary. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna get to the war chief. I hope. I never had that happen. I pretty much defended the victory points. I guess we can try it. And we changed the look. Okay. Well, I guess we're ready. I mean, should we do another one if there's only... Are there only 2? 88%. There's 2 sieges. I don't know how many sieges there are in a stage though. I was trying to avoid any sort of spoilers, so I only...
You will join the line. If not this year, then the next.
Maybe. I mean, you guys don't have any other candidates for this. So should we do another online conquest? In case there's only 2, so it won't be such a short episode. Let's do one more and then we'll get back to business. Or you know what? Let's do this and we'll do one in Gorgoroth, because they're gonna be higher level, and if we need war chiefs over there, we can get higher level ones. So my siege upgrades. What has he got? Well, the war chiefs are pretty high level, but sappers, okay. Savages, siege beasts, I gotta destroy those. Wargraug, I can take it. Farsight archers, okay. And banners, alright. Well, let's see what you got, Lord of Mordor.
The shadow is now part of your making. Use it, but do not yield to it.
We take your fort and hang new banners from walls, made from manskin.
Let me see you try. Okay, let's destroy your siege beast here. Maybe I should have just, like, destroyed them and then take the other beast, huh? Are they in already? Shit. Oh, screw it. One of them is down. No, Talion. You gotta raise him. No? He's got banners. let's just fight grunts because they can raise. I have chances to raise. Holy shit. Go and fight, you dead gobs.
You choose beautiful fort to die in, I think. I confound you. I eat you.
Shit.
No, does not work.
Another guy is down.
Die, traitor! You easy to hit.
Alright, let's bring some more dead. You got these freaking banners. Join, you prick.
You are mine! I am your master now.
I defy you.
Well, what a shame.
Unworthy. Well.
Get out of here. The siege is over for you. 2 more. And freaking bodyguards. And who are you? Are you twins? Okay, I feel like I'm wasting my time with you two. You're dead, I think. Right? I don't see what's going on here. This is so confusing when they do this. Holy shit. Now my guys are getting wrecked here by the same one. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I don't know who's dying, who's making it. I need to focus on my targets. Not you, you prick. You're not a target. Point A is being taken. Oh shit, I walked right into this. What is going on? Stop with the cutscenes. Okay, this is not going well. I need to find targets. These guys are... Oh my god. Men of Gondor, I need your help. What is going on?
They try to
There's too many captains and too many cutscenes now. Who can I recruit? The Drake? No, you killed it. Shit. Oh my god, okay, these are tough. They did say they're gonna get tougher and tougher. They're killing themselves. Get out of here, Talion. What the fuck is this? That's great. I'm trying, but I'm not doing it. This is not going great. I think they took the point, almost. Why can I shadow strike? Let me see. Shadow strike, where was it? Shadow dominate. Was it range? That guy's doomed. There's a lot of captains this way.
You serve me now.
Ah, god damn it.
Pathetic.
I need to take care of the targets. Who's a target? You're a target. Shit. This guy again. That guy bled out. He was one of my best. Fuck me. Oh my god. Well. I need the Graug here. Elemental attacks, yeah, I know that. And press boulder. Point lost, shit. Well, this is not going well.
The Dark Lord has his eyes upon us. Victory will be ours.
Fuck. Get the guy. Get the guy, Graug. Shit. Oh my god, it's dead. I'm losing this. I am gonna lose this fucking fort. They have too many captains that don't belong in the siege. I have one target left. Why can't I get captains?
The square. Defend it to the last. You serve me!
Your will be done. Be done.
Stay and fight, I'm losing everyone.
For the Bright Lord!
Where is that guy? Get out of the way.
Dirty traitor! The square! Finish him!
Shit. They captured 1 point just, okay? We're fine. Are we done? Threshing sword. I think we won. Damn. It was tough, I gotta say. I mean, I've never had like a point captured before. And I think
I fight for my family. I fight for Middle Earth. I fight for the man I once was.
okay, Talion. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of captains that are not war chiefs in these sieges, and that's why. And I can't get my own captains, just Sauron.
Don't worry, Bright Lord. Keep by your side, and no one can get close to you.
So what do I have? I mean, a lot of... I'm gonna have to do some inventory management. I don't know if I got a new helmet or something. Yeah, but this is a dark cloak. Okay. I'll do that, but let's check the army. Or the garrison. We recruited... No? Yeah, this guy's dead. I can resurrect him, but maybe I can replace him. I mean, at least we're done here, so let's just resurrect him. We survived this one. I guess we can move to Gorgoroth. But first, I'm gonna do some inventory management. Alright, well, I upgraded the armor to my level. Just 2 levels. So we still have some time. We're gonna go to... Oh! We got the eye searching now. Interesting. So they just became the eye in that quest. Sauron and Celebrimbor, interesting. Can we see it from Gorgoroth? It is there. Interesting. I guess the tower was under construction the entire game. Okay. Somebody conquered my fortress. Well, we still have some time. Let me see the quests. We're still at 88. That's not good. Are we at stage 2 or stage 3? I still don't... It doesn't say. Where does it say, actually? 98% complete, but this is I feel like there's another stage. Stage 1, stage 2 complete. So we are in stage 3. Let me just check the army. Because if this is the last one, I can do another online conquest, but if not, I don't know. A legendary dude. 68, 68, 70. My overlord is 65, 62, 53. You're legendary, but just 53. And this guy's 71. See, if he gets captains during the siege and I only get the war chiefs. Why? I mean, technically, I'm defending the fort. I should have everybody at their station. I don't think I'm gonna replace anyone. Although the legendary guy might come in handy. He's also a tank. Tanks are pretty good in a fight. Do we replace 65, 62? The 62 guy. I mean, it's still 10 levels, so... Let's leave it like this. Should I do an online conquest? Let's do it, even if we're gonna make a longer episode, maybe. I mean, it shouldn't take too long. I'm just afraid there's gonna be a new set of freaking sieges, and I wanna be done with Talion's story today. Alright, let's go. This guy has a lot of higher level captains, actually, war chiefs, but he has no upgrades, so we'll see how fast we can do it. Is that an Olog up there? Crucified. Graug? No, we gotta... Yeah, he has no upgrades, so it should be easy. At least what should be easy is getting in. Killing these guys is gonna be more difficult. Shit. No. Come on, buddy.
At my side, you will fight.
I am with you, with you.
Alright, stay and fight.
No one will touch you. Make him suffer.
Oh my god. Olog, leave me alone. Trying to get the other Olog.
Submit. Fight for me.
I serve.
Stay and fight.
For bright lord.
Bring us!
There's a Graug. I need it. I need it. Okay, we're on top of things. I can maybe get this guy. Actually, he died. Let's get moving. I don't care about you right now. Coming through.
One more push. You burn you. And it's yours. Look at them there.
Can I
You cannot resist.
recruit you?
You serve me now.
You men are too weak-minded for me.
Well, screw you then. I'm not wasting my time.
Unworthy orc.
No? Alright. Point D.
No escape.
Can we go through this? I love how he goes through them. Let's catch you.
You will fight at my side.
Combining efforts is a wise choice! Wise choice! I will, sir.
I gotta get my wrath up for the final duel. What the hell? Okay. Another point. We have one more guy to...
Kneel now. You will serve.
I await your command, your command. I'll fight with you.
Okay. He has a lot of captains too. Like, I feel like I recruited a bunch.
You better stop.
Captured victory inner points. Okay. Ah. Does he have... What the fuck? Siege beasts. I gotta get out of here. Ah, that guy has some kind of theologue. Where's my wrath? It's all gone. Well, that's not good.
Oh, I'd like for you, I'd like for you. Ready.
You cannot stand.
Oh, I pressed one of mine, huh?
We'll skewer them together.
I wanted that guy.
I add you to my army.
They are
am your chosen! Cut them down! What do you do?
Alright. Defeat. He has more. One's down. No. That's mine.
Fall to your knees! Serve me!
I will see your commands through. On your command, bright lord.
Alright, well, I don't have Wrath. That's a problem. But I'll see what I can do. Yeah, Wrath doesn't increase very much in this armor. And it kind of depends on it. The whole point is to get the Gondorians out.
There's the man himself, Gravewalker. You must be daft if you think I'll let you have my fort.
It's already mine. You just don't know it yet.
Man, you have a very filthy throne room. There's corpses everywhere. You should clean up. Cursed weapon. Immune to execution. Zero-proof, frost-proof, beast-proof. Oh, shit. Oh, you bastard. You lured me here. And your guy is everything proof. I see what you did there. You had no upgrades because you know I would die here. How the hell am I gonna do this? If he's beast-proof, I'd rather take out everybody else. Maybe he's not fireproof. Was he? No! Oh my god, they just killed my Grau. This is not gonna go well at all. You tricked me. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. I got nothing left. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Well played. You got the guy with no weaknesses. And 3 other captains. I got no health. You got a sniper. That's amazing.
In that sword!
How am I supposed to do this now? I got nothing. Say goodnight. Well played. I guess that is a strategy because I can't get any of my own captains in the keep fight. I'm alone, basically, so if you get a guy that has no weaknesses and 2 more bodyguards, or are these 2 the war chiefs that you put on the towers? Maybe. Yeah, all that work for nothing. You attracted me there. because you had invincible people inside. Okay. At least, did I still get the guys in the garrison? Yeah, but they're all weak. I mean, yeah. These two, maybe. We can deploy. Maybe in a different armor set I could have done it, but I relied on... I had no RAF. And I had... I basically was counting on the Graug and the RAF being up, but it wasn't. And the Graug died in 2 seconds. Okay, 56. You can go in another region. Two more. Okay, you guys can stay in Gorgoroth. I'll have to figure out the army for this last siege. Alright, and I also have some inventory stuff. 65, what do we got? This guy's 53, I said. Oh, you died. 62 guy. 68 actually. Nazu 72 though. I think we should be fine. I have no RAF. Yeah, this armor really depends on the RAF and the might. So let's start, hopefully, the final one. I think we're good. 59. The assault force is not that hard core. Level 59 is the highest level. Okay. But I need this. Okay.
With each year, Mordor must remain at war with itself.
Okay, he has bodyguards. What should I do? I gotta focus on him, right?
You have taken his city, raised the dead against his will, and defiled Barad-dûr. Your punishment is long overdue.
Oh shit. Arrow-proof. Stealth worked on you. Okay. Defeat the next wave. So far they're not in the fortress. Come here. What's going on? They're in. Jump! Shit.
Feeling safe and cozy in this nice fort? Wait till we hang your hide like a banner over the battlements. Bring it down! Heads up! Siege attacking!
What the hell? Damn. Okay. We bodied that guy. Got a Drake. It's dead, I feel like. Where's the target, man?
I dominate you. Swear loyalty, Orc.
I swear my allegiance. I have your back, my lord.
Help me get rid of this prick. Well, it doesn't matter because you're dead. Shit, spiders. Great. You got spiders, huh?
Join my army.
I serve the bright Lord! If I'm masked,
Up, Talion. Up, and let's chase this guy down. Where is he? Ah! Missed.
hold back all of Mordor now. That's idiotic, even for a pinkskin.
Get him!
You serve me now.
I am honored to be chosen, I'm with you. Even I can only take so much.
That guy's dead. I don't think he was a war chief, though. Oh no. Two of my guys are falling. That guy burned. Keep fighting.
Someone help me!
That's a good one. Really fucking dangerous though. Now you're wounded, but I have targets. You can't stay on your feet by yourself. You guys still holding on here? Can I stealth kill you too? Alright, one down. The gate has fallen. You will fall too. That guy got speared. Fight the war chief, you globs. Oh shit, one hit, just like that. You impertinent little prick. The spiders coming. Shit. Alright. Oh my god. What the hell? Sappers. Spiders, sappers. Everything is... I need to get him. He's done. Alright. I don't know what happened there. Peace in death. Complete the Shadow Wars. Finally. We can be done with it. So, do we get to see what happened to Talion now? A lot of cloaks again.
Talion held back the forces of darkness for decades. But the Dark Lord's ring had a will of its own.
It is over. Together, we will turn towards Middle-earth.
Talion finally fell and joined the Nine. In the years that followed, the One Ring was found. The newest of the Nazgul traveled with his brothers to the Shire in pursuit of the new ring-bearer. And then, after decades of war, darkness gave way to light. A new fellowship, and an unlikely hero. Death came. Death to Sauron. Death to his dominion. And death to Talion, who walked out of darkness and found freedom.
Rest well, Talion. You deserve it. I'm glad we got this cutscene at the end, with Talion dropping his weapons and heading towards the light, instead of just seeing him die as a Nazgul and ending it there, because he earned his peace. I feel like he sacrificed a lot. He sacrificed his soul to fulfill his duty as a ranger of the Black Gate, and in the end, it paid off. Throughout these two games, I often wondered what will Talion and Celebrimbor actually achieve in the end. My most optimistic guess was something similar to what we got, but maybe smaller in scope. Stalemate was victory in the end. I just didn't think that Talion would resist for decades like he did. As for Celebrimbor, in this last cinematic, when Sauron is defeated, you can actually see a bright blue light detaching itself from the eye just before the tower falls. I hope it symbolizes that he also broke free of Sauron's hold and was able to find peace in the end. So here, at the end of both our heroes' journeys, I would like to take the opportunity to express my personal thoughts on the story, the characters, and the gameplay of this, I would say, epic adventure. The first word that comes to my mind when I think about this game's story is bold. At the start of the first game, I was expecting a small self-contained story with maybe a few cameos that will connect it to Tolkien's books. By the end, I was a bright lord, fighting Sauron while wearing the One Ring. That was bold in itself, but this second game really took it to the next level. The writers walked a really fine line with this one, often stepping over the edge with one foot, but never really losing their balance and crossing over it completely, in my opinion. I think that even if you're a Tolkien purist, you can at least appreciate just the extremes that this story went to without affecting in any way the events or the outcome of the Fellowship story. It really shows how much room there is to play around with, and it's honestly impressive what they did. Even if the timeline is compressed like in the movies, even though Minas Ithil was supposed to fall 1,000 years and not a few decades before Frodo and Sam get there, it doesn't matter. For them, it's still the same haunted city that fell a long time ago. Isildur being a ringwraith and then Talion taking his place is interesting for our game's story and also kind of makes sense with the lore. But again, it doesn't really matter for Tolkien's story who the Nazgul actually are. neither does Sauron and Celebrimbor merging together and becoming one entity. They even squeezed in a new ring in there, and although I don't know what happened to it, I feel like we are gonna find out in Eltariel's DLC. In my mind, the best fanfiction can become canon by fitting perfectly within the lore and not changing it. So I can't really place this game's story next to the books because of the inconsistencies, but I can't see it as canon for the film adaptations because, like the movies, it does preserve the essence of the story. In fact, I think I said this before, but I think the games actually follow the movie's timeline considering that they're also made by the same company. Anyway, the story was also bigger than the first game, which is how it should be for a sequel. We had a lot of new characters and quest lines. Some of them intersected, others didn't, but they still made sense when put together as a whole. Shelob was, I think, the most interesting character in the game because her questline was filled with mystery, visions, and half-truths, which made me feel uneasy. I never knew if I could trust her because she didn't reveal her plan until the end. It was an interesting take on the character. I definitely see her in a new light now. I knew she was a spirit inhabiting a giant spider, but I always thought she was more in tune with her spidery nature and she just wanted to be free and left alone to spin her webs in her own corner of the room, so to speak. I thought she'd be more ignorant of the outside world. So when Gollum brought Frodo to her cave, for instance, I saw no reason why he wouldn't get the ring after Shelob eats Frodo, but now I'm not so sure. I feel like the Shelob in this game would still kill Frodo because she would sense that he's too corrupted and too weak to do what needs to be done, and I think that she would want to destroy the ring, but I don't know if she would be able to resist using it. After all, very few can. Even Talion ended up as a ring wraith, and I know it's messed up, but I'm kind of glad that he did, because it reinforces Tolkien's point about power corrupting, even if used with good intentions in mind. For me, the movies and the books made that very clear, and I never actually had this fantasy. If anything, I feel like I said this before, but this felt more like Boromir's ultimate fantasy, to use the ring against Sauron. I mean, Talion is a ranger of Gondor and he has pretty much the same look as Boromir, so maybe it was a bit intentional. Having a story in Mordor, dealing with grey and darker characters, wielding a ring of power was an interesting and fun avenue to explore, but the fates of both Talion and Celebrimbor show exactly why you shouldn't want to explore it. The Gondor questline, I think, was really good in the beginning, but its complexity and grandeur fell along with Minas Ithil. The quests were pretty straightforward after that. We had some character development with Idril and Barenor, and a sort of bittersweet cliffhanger ending that felt more like a setup for the DLC. Considering that they chose to stay in Mordor and fight the orcs, I feel like they could have joined Talion. Maybe help with the fortresses and sieges, I don't know. I guess dominated Uruks would have been confused, but I mean they obeyed Talion, so why not his allies? Anyway, I guess we will see what happens to them in the desolation of Mordor. Bruce's questline had its moments, let's say. I think I'll remember it mostly for the humor and the banter. Ratbag, with his jokes, I feel like really carried it on his back. And speaking of humor and backs, I found it absolutely hilarious when Bruce betrayed us and stabbed us in the back. It was so funny because Celebrimbor's arrogant ass was preparing to give another pompous speech about his dominance, and it was just so humiliating for him. I loved it. Other than that, I liked the fight in the throne room with Bruce and his captains, but his traps and everything after he ran were mostly just an annoyance. It's kind of scary and funny at the same time what happened to him in the end. I guess he never wanted the fort again. Karnan's questline was one of my favorites of the game. I loved her design and the ones for the creatures. She was similar to Shelob in a way. They were both free spirits who wanted to keep their independence and domains intact. I really liked the fights with the Balrog and the idea of necromancer uruks. Zog was annoying, but in a good way, and I forgot to mention this, but I noticed during editing that his undead captains in his last quest were actually captains that I killed during the game, so that was a nice touch. Anyway, probably my favorite questline of the game was the one with Eltariel and the Nazgul. It had the best fights and cutscenes, plot twists, betrayals. I think the hardest fight for me was the second one with Helm Hammerhand. I remember rolling a lot and my hands hurting on the controller. Suladan was good, Isildur was great as well, and of course we ended up wearing his ring. I guess that was technically part of the third act, but it felt like the natural continuation to this questline. And yeah, the third act was pretty intense. Challenging fight with Sauron, a bit more easy with the Witch King, and I guess that was it for Talion's story. We still need to see what happened to Eltariel and the new ring. I have a theory on that, but I'm going to keep it for the next episode. For now, I want to talk about the gameplay a little bit. Overall, it was what I wanted and expected from a sequel. They expanded on what they already had, they made it more complex, and they added new things. The Nemesis system felt like it had more variety and different mission types that allowed you to be more flexible in how you achieve your goals. From infiltrating bodyguards to dominating war chiefs or straight up killing them during missions or sieges, you get to decide how the fortress is conquered, and no matter how you choose to do it, it will still be rewarding in its own way. I chose to be comfortable and take down the war chiefs one by one. It took longer to do it, but the sieges were easy, simple, and satisfying because the enemy had no more upgrades. However, it's also satisfying to take down a fully upgraded fort, especially if you like the challenge. Playing the online conquests made me really appreciate everything that a siege had to offer. Obviously, these conquests were the big new thing, and I enjoyed them both on the offensive and the defensive. I still think they could have been better if they had more objectives based on what upgrades you and your enemy have, instead of just capturing the victory points. If you pay attention to what's going on during the siege, you realize that the upgrades do come into play and you can actually get involved and influence a lot of things, but the game kind of rushes you to get these victory points, especially in online conquests, and you don't really feel like you're in charge of the siege or doing any sort of strategy to win it. So if anything, I would add a few different objectives. And in the Nemesis system in general, I would add more awareness to the Uruks. I basically use the same strategy to dominate the bodyguards and have them betray the war chief. And the funny thing is, some of the Uruks actually told me that they know that I have spies and that they'll find them, but they never did. So it would have been cool if some of the war chiefs would have figured it out and maybe set an ambush during a betrayal or kill the bodyguard before he gets the chance to stab him in the back. We also had Shadow of the Past missions with Celebrimbor. They were basically skill-focused missions that were not necessarily meant to be fully completed on the first try, I think. I feel like I missed optional objectives on a lot of them. At one point, I actually thought about doing an entire episode where I try to get all the objectives, not for the reward because I don't think it's worth it, but because they're kind of like puzzles. They obviously can be done, you just have to figure out how, which means you have to think differently, and that gives you a new perspective. It teaches you something and it helps you improve your skill. Ultimately though, I decided not to do it because I think the focus of a blind playthrough should be more on the first time reaction. Speaking of skills, we had a lot more of them this time around. Maybe too many for me because I usually fall into a pattern where I end up using mostly the ones that I am more comfortable with, and I tend to forget the rest of them, but it's good to have them anyway. More skills means more options, not just for yourself, but for others too, and you can always switch it up if you get bored, I guess. And speaking of switching skills around, I'm not really sure how to feel about the sub-skill tree though. On one hand, I am used to more like the classic build situation where you choose between two different skills and you commit to the one that fits your playstyle. On the other hand, I can see the advantages of this game system in some cases, like if the sub-skill is sort of the same. For instance, on Mighty Shot, you can choose what kind of explosion you want. Firestorm, Freeze Blast, or Venom, and you can kind of combine these with other skills and the bonuses of your gear, and it makes sense. But then you have something like Wraith Chain, where you can choose between Shadow Blade, which makes your first chain stealth attack not consume focus, and Monster Hunter, which lets you stealth kill beasts. Now, again, on a classic build, you would just choose one, commit to it, and that's it. But here, if you choose the focus sub-skill and you run into a situation where you have to stealth kill a Khargukor, for instance, you have to go to the skill tree, change the ability, get out of the skill tree, kill the Khargukor, then go back and change it again. All these extra steps, even though I have both skills unlocked already, and they can't be used in the same situation anyway. I just don't get why would they contradict each other. Having different types of explosions for your arrows makes sense, but not being able to sneak up on a beast and kill it because the Wraith doesn't consume focus when you stealth chain kill a bunch of uruks in a completely different situation makes no freaking sense to me, to be honest. Anyway, speaking of nonsensical things, the last thing I want to talk about is the gear and its stats. I know I complained about it a few times. I don't want this to be a rant, I want this to be feedback because I don't actually hate it. In fact, I'm pretty used to it from other video games, which is kind of the problem. This gear system is kind of becoming a cliche, and I don't think it works for every video game it's in. Having lots of gear is best for an Elder Scrolls-like universe where magical items are extremely common. In fact, because of the sheer amount of items, often games like that have no choice but to ignore their existence outside the inventory system. Not acknowledging items in the story doesn't work for Lord of the Rings. The magical item, the One Ring, is at the very center of the story after all. The first game I think did a good job. It acknowledged Talion's armor by other characters recognizing him as a ranger. It acknowledged his sword and dagger from the very beginning by showing Talion and his son dueling. The swords were also named, like they should be in Middle-earth, and they were also precious items. We used them in the entire game. We did quests for them, and in the end, Celebrimbor reforged and upgraded them. This second game acknowledges the new ring and sort of acknowledges the Bright Lord set, because we find it in the burrows. The rest of the items, however, are basically in a vacuum. How you get them and how they work only makes sense in the context of this is a video game. Yes, I know it is one. I can see how ignoring the logic of the lore can sometimes free up your creativity and allow you to come up with endless different item sets and ways to play the game just by simply messing with the numbers. But random item drops and stats can also be interpreted as lazy or greedy if associated with loot boxes and microtransactions. The thing is, when we get stuck in cliches, unfortunately, innovation suffers. Inventory management and figuring out the math of how the stats work really broke the immersion of the game for me. Legendary sets had too many stats and they were often counterintuitive to the gameplay, on some sets more than others. Lord of the Rings doesn't need complicated stats. Think about Frodo's mithril chainmail for a second. It's impenetrable and that's it. It just helps with one thing. It doesn't make Frodo overpowered, so it doesn't need some weird stats for counterbalance. If it was in this game, it would be impenetrable, but it would constantly drain his health probably, and it would also give his hobbit companions 50% more damage if it was legendary or some other nonsensical thing. This game is relatively old at this point, but I feel like this gear system with endless loot drops and stats that bloat your inventory is still pretty much the norm today, and it's something that, in my opinion, kind of needs to go. I'd prefer to have less items and feel like they actually make a difference when I get them, and I'd rather do a challenging quest to obtain them instead of randomly getting duplicates and the same thing but with one different stat, to be honest. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about the game for now. In the next episode we are going to start the Blade of Galadriel DLC. We will play as Eltariel and we can let Talion finally rest in peace. Which reminds me, there is also a beautiful In Memoriam tribute at the end of the credits. It was in the middle of them, but I moved it because I didn't want to talk over it. If it's not there, it's for copyright reasons, so blame YouTube for it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Farewell and roll credits.